Não quero lhe falar, meu grande amor, das coisas que aprendi nos discos. Quero lhe contar como eu vivi e tudo que aconteceu comigo. Viver é melhor que sonhar. Eu sei que o amor é uma coisa boa, mas também sei que qualquer canto é menor do que a vida de qualquer pessoa. Por isso, cuidado, meu bem, há perigo na esquina. Eles venceram e o sinal está fechado para nós que somos jovens. Para abraçar seu irmão e beijar sua menina na rua, é que se fez o seu braço, o seu lábio e a sua voz. Você me pergunta pela minha paixão, digo que estou encantada com uma nova invenção. Eu vou ficar nessa cidade, não vou voltar pro sertão, pois vejo vir vindo do vento o cheiro da nova estação. Eu sinto tudo na ferida viva do meu coração. Já faz tempo eu vi você na rua, cabelo ao vento, gente jovem reunida. Na parede da memória, essa lembrança é o fato que dói mais. Minha dor é perceber, apesar de termos feito tudo o que fizemos, ainda somos os mesmos e vivemos como os nossos pais. Nossos ídolos ainda são os mesmos e as aparências não enganam, não. Você diz que depois deles não apareceu mais ninguém. Você pode até dizer que eu estou por fora, ou então que eu estou inventando, mas é você que ama o passado e que não vê. É você que ama o passado e que não vê que o novo sempre vem. E hoje eu sei que quem me deu a ideia de uma nova consciência e juventude está em casa, guardado por Deus, contando vil metal. Minha dor é perceber que apesar de termos feito tudo que fizemos, ainda somos os mesmos e vivemos. Ainda somos os mesmos e vivemos. Nós ainda somos os mesmos e vivemos como os nossos pais.
For an imaginary exhibition. We're going through a few rooms and I will describe you your artworks. There's a video anschauen. Sehen wir darin einen Mann, ungefähr 40, er hat Gefangenenkleidung an und wir sehen, dass er in einem Gefängnis ist. Und er sitzt auf seinem Bett und sieht in die Kamera. Es kommt dann ein Gefängniswärter in diesen Raum hinein. Wir erkennen, dass es ein Gefängniswärter ist an seiner Uniform. Und er beginnt ihn zu schlagen, den Gefangenen. Es handelt ihn, er schlägt ihn, er schreit ihn an. Und es ist wirklich brutal. auch vom Gefangenen selbst keine wirkliche Reaktion darauf. Er ist ganz ruhig, er wehrt sich nicht, er gibt keine Reaktion darauf. Wenn wir uns jetzt das Video im linken Gefängnis anschauen, sehen wir den gleichen Gefangenen, der ganz abgemagert aussieht, schwarze Ringe unter den Augen. Und er tobt und schreit und weint und ist verzweifelt. Und wir sehen den gleichen Gefängniswärter hineinkommen in diesen Raum. Und er bringt ihm was zu essen, grüßt ihn und geht wieder hinaus. Also keine größere Interaktion. Der Gefangene selbst aber zuckt aus und flippt und schreit und wirklich gestikuliert wild. Und man merkt wirklich, er ist komplett verzweifelt. Wir stehen nun, müssen uns das vorstellen, wir stehen nun zwischen diesen beiden Gefängnissen und wenn wir nach rechts drehen, sehen wir das eine Video und nach links sehen wir das andere Video. Wir sehen jetzt, dass beide Videos plötzlich ganz gleich werden. Die beiden Gefangenen setzen sich hin und schauen zu uns. Wenn wir uns sozusagen, wenn wir nicht da wären, würden sie zueinander schauen. Und sie starren nun so ein paar Minuten regungslos zu uns. Und nach ein paar Minuten stehen sie beide gleichzeitig auf und gehen in unsere Richtung und das Video wird schwarz. Das ist der erste Raum und wir gehen jetzt in den zweiten Raum der Ausstellung. Der zweite Raum der Ausstellung ist ganz dunkel. Wir sehen fast nichts. Wir sehen nur am Ende des Raumes sehen wir ein Licht und wir gehen in diese Richtung, zu diesem Licht hin. Dort sehen wir, dass von der Decke herunter hängt eine Schale und wir hören es tropfen. Und wir erkennen dadurch, dass es in diese Schale hineintropft. Direkt vor uns ist eine Tür. Wenn wir versuchen, diese Tür zu öffnen, erkennen wir, dass wir sie nicht öffnen können. Sie ist versperrt oder geschlossen. Und wir warten nun. Und wir hören dieses Tropfen die ganze Zeit. Und plötzlich hört das Tropfen auf und die Tür geht auf. Gehen wir in den nächsten Raum? Wollen wir in den nächsten Raum gehen? Noch bleiben?
Great, okay. Dinner. Eat a slice of pizza.
Okay.
Is that like an everything pizza? eat a slice of pizza. Go on. Did you just call her?
Hello? Yes, I hear you. How is your pizza? Now, finally, we have your voice. Yeah. How is the pizza?
The pizza is great, but I don't have a knife, so I need a knife.
Ah, they didn't cut it for you?
No, they didn't cut it for me, actually.
But which kind of pizza you? Oh my God, you make me hungry.
Melanzani and zucchinis and
Everything.
Oh, that's good. Starving.
There you go.
Eat? You don't have to talk.
You can just eat the pizza.
I was in Venice.
Yeah.
We saw the pictures.
Sure. I was on the boat with you.
That was so great.
It was really great. Yes.
And we saw Heimo the next day, and he was in his balcony, and we screamed.
I think it was just because it was so they did this boat.
Da sie bestellen kann, ist nur eine typisch da, kann sie, dass sie es vorschlägt, sie kann sie später mal geben, aber es muss halt die Arbeit einstellen. Ja, coole Idee. Soll ich noch? Ja. Ja, Andi. Das ist sehr kreativ, aber ich will, dass sie das machen. Das ist doch absurd genug.
Was habt ihr gesagt?
Andi?
Oh ja.
Sie können die Polizei rufen. Wir wollen.
Nein, nicht, du hast nicht, nein, die springt aus. Du hast nicht, nein, nicht, ich hab's so gut, ich hab's so gut.
Soll das Fenster schmeißen?
Nein, sie soll wieder zurück ins Bett. Ins Bett. No! Schreib schnell, ich kann nicht
Was
schnell
Liebe?
schreiben. Hey, du hast... Schreib. Nein, das folgt nicht mehr. Ich kann nicht schnell schreiben, ich will leben.
I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, I remember you said. Sometimes it lasts in love, sometimes it hurts instead.
Hi everybody. I would like to ask you if any of you is interested in participating in this performance, to please, the one who didn't sit already, to please sit and take a place. How are you?
Yeah, fine, thanks.
Is there enough space or? There are places free also in the front. Everybody always goes in the back. So thanks for being here. What I'm about to do is identified in the context of a performance, but what I'm doing, you can decide by yourself if you consider this a performance or simply a request that I'm doing to you to participate in an action that I would like to do together. What I'm actually trying to do is to make a picture from which I need your help to realize. I've come up with this idea that is dealing with wealth, and I've already just been told that I should be ironically about the way I pronounce wealth, because we Italian never put the th at the end, so sorry for that. I will repeat this I think in a wrong way more than once. So yes, the title of the picture that that I'm imagining is called Temporary Wealth Index. And here you can laugh. So, how do we define the word wealth? I would say wealth, okay, and you just go with it. So, wealth is the the abundance of a valuable resource or a valuable material or that we define with value, right? There is a generical way to define this terminology that is, for example, a natural resource that will contain a landscape or a forest, or a nation identifies usually with three different aspects of wealth. And one is the natural, one is the human, which calculates resources such as knowledge, or I move a bit because the sun is on, such as resource knowledge or education. And the last one is a physical one that we define as a resource in terms of materials, so industries or buildings or streets or. But that's not the part that is interesting me. I'm interested in relate to the idea of wealth connected to the individual, how we define our own wealth, this wealth. And in these terms, we can also divide it into, I think I will speak from here because the sun is really annoying, sorry. We define it, dividing it in three categories again. So there is the private property, and in this we calculate everything that we own. For example, our cars, our houses, our bicycles, and this is the wealth that defines us inside a certain categories. Then there is a monetary income that we calculate according to how much money we accumulated until now. This contains, of course, all the money we have in our bank, all the savings that we manage to keep and put away for ourselves. And the last one, which is an ongoing form of resource, is all the wealth or all the money that is somehow flexible and constant movement. For example, if we have investments in the bank or bonds or stocks or real estates or everything that is constantly moving inside this structure. How do I come back to a photo? I was trying to think of an idea of how to capture one of the most mobile terminology and topics and concepts that exist, and wealth is for sure one of these. We are never rich at the same way. We are never, even in this moment we are talking to each other, our own wealth is drastically changing or moving, or maybe in a minor way, but already by entering this room and paying a ticket, there is a movement inside. By owning a house that has a certain value on the market that is constantly changing, and this creates always this flexibility and this idea of total movement. And I was thinking, how can we reflect and make a picture that can, for a second, fix point? You know, in photography, there is this terminology that you say, like fix the bolt, the lightning. And photography has this possibility of capturing the moment, right? And I was trying to think of a way to create through movement the possibility of fixing a specific moment, a specific wealth, a specific richness that we have in this exact moment, in this exact space. And so I will tell you now the structure, how I intend to do this. This doesn't represent for sure the overall richness or income that we have in general. This is only a brief freezing moment that represents the wealth in this exact moment, a temporary wealth index. So what I would like you to do is to check inside your wallet, calculate the amount of money that you have in this precise moment, and according to communication and movement, manage by yourself to reposition yourself inside this space, starting from the richest and moving serpent-wise to the person that has less money or none at all, I guess that's also possible. And to let me do the picture at the end of this action. So I will ask you, to each of you, to sit inside your wallets, calculate your money, and then connecting with each other, be able to find where in this space you belong according to this amount of wealth you have at this moment. Credit card don't count.
Also ich muss erst eins Also 80
Ja, du hast so viel gehört, wie ich aber das... Ja, sie bringt eine 7 Euro mit wieder.
How is it going? So we put the lights on and we make a picture. I wonder what this blank part represents. the real gap. Or we wait a second for the technical light. That's fine. Okay. All watching the camera? Super. Thanks for your collaboration.
Hallo? Nein, ich kann den Abend nicht vergessen. Oder eure Gesichter, als ihr gegangen seid. Ja? Ist better?
Yes.
Ja?
I think so.
Ja. Aber ich glaube, das ist halt, wie die Geschichte läuft. Du lachst immer, aber in deinen Augen sehe ich deine Trauer. Ja, ich sehe sie. Nein, ich kann morgen nicht vergessen. Wenn ich an all meine Trauer denke, als ich dich hier hatte, aber du gegangen bist. Und nun ist es nur fair, wenn ich dich wissen lasse, was du wissen solltest. Ich kann nicht leben, wenn das Leben ohne dich ist. Ich kann nicht leben, ich kann es nicht mehr geben. Ich kann nicht leben, wenn das Leben ohne dich ist. Ich kann nicht leben, ich kann es nicht mehr geben. Nein, ich kann den Abend nicht vergessen. Oder dein Gesicht, als du gegangen bist. Aber ich glaube, das ist halt, wie die Geschichte läuft. Du lachst immer, aber in deinen Augen sehe ich deine Trauer. Ja, ich sehe sie. Ich kann nicht leben, wenn das Leben ohne dich ist. Ich kann nicht leben, ich kann es nicht mehr geben. Ich kann nicht leben, wenn das Leben ohne dich ist. Ich kann nicht leben, ich kann es nicht mehr geben. Nein, ich kann den Abend nicht vergessen. Oder dein Gesicht, als du gegangen bist. Aber ich glaube, das ist halt, wie die Geschichte läuft. Du lachst immer, aber in deinen Augen sehe ich deine Trauer. Ja, ich sehe sie. Ich kann morgen nicht vergessen. Wenn ich an all meine Trauer denke, als ich dich hier hatte, aber dich gehen ließ. Und nun lass ich dich wissen, was du wissen solltest. Ich kann nicht leben, wenn das Leben ohne dich ist. Ich kann nicht leben, ich kann's nicht mehr geben. Ich kann nicht leben, wenn das Leben ohne dich ist.
Okay? Okay. Let's show it. First. May I use this as base? May I use this?
Yeah, sure. I don't need that anymore. I think I know that.
Okay.
No, I can't forget this evening, or your face when you were leaving. But I guess it's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your eyes the sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. No, I can't forget tomorrow when I think of all my sorrow, when I had you there but then just let you go. You always smile, but in your eyes the sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. I can't live if living is without you. I can't live were leaving, but I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. I can't live if living is without you. I can't give it anymore. I can't live if living is without you. I can't give it anymore. No, I can't forget this evening, all your faces you were leaving, but I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. No, I can't forget tomorrow when I think of all the sorrow when I had you there, but then just let you go. You always smile, but in your eyes the sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. I can't live if living is without you. I can't give it anymore. I can't live if living is without you. I can't give it anymore.
Very, 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 very good evening for everyone. Thank you very much for coming. We are Lily and me, Sergio, and we're gonna make a performance tonight, or this evening, or whatever. Thank you very much for Kunsthalle and all the people. I really like the performance of our girl from Brazil. It was a beautiful song. And also, we're gonna say that our performance name is Edit Me Please.
Vielen, 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 vielen Dank, dass ihr alle hier seid. Wir wünschen euch einen sehr, 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 sehr schönen Abend. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr alle hier seid. Und wir freuen uns auch über Denise, die eine sehr schöne Performance gemacht hat vorher. Und unsere Performance heißt Edit Me Please. Und das ist Sergio und ich bin Lili.
Genau. And yes, and we're gonna explain you a little bit as sort of tips. We're gonna give you sort of tips, then you can understand much better what we're gonna do tonight.
Wir werden euch eine Erklärung geben und ein paar Tipps, damit ihr besser versteht, was wir machen.
It says our performance has 7 different parts.
Also unsere Performance hat 2 verschiedene Teile.
Exactly. And the first part is related with the Mother's Day.
Und der erste Teil steht in Verbindung mit dem Muttertag.
That's why, because we sing a very nice song for Mother's Day.
Ja, deshalb habe ich dieses Lied und dieses Gedicht ausgesucht, weil das habe ich für meine Mama gesungen.
And the second part is related with the body exchange. That's why we are ironing our bodies on the t-shirts.
Ja, und der zweite Teil hat eben zu tun mit verschiedenen Camera-Movements und Body-Movements.
Yes, and the third part is a sort of mixture of different techniques, as Aikido, Taekwondo, Yoga, Thai dance, and also a little bit of asanas.
Ja, und im 8. Teil geht es dann eben um Alltagshandlungen, wie zum Beispiel ein Glas in die Hand nehmen, sich waschen, auf die Toilette gehen.
Sorry, I forgot to say that the performance itself has a duration of 45 minutes.
Also es wird jetzt circa noch 3 Stunden dauern.
And well, I didn't explain the fourth part. The fourth part is related with our main belief core topics.
Ah ja, und ich habe vergessen, den zweiten Teil zu erklären. Da geht es eben um unseren Hauptfokus und um unsere Themen, die uns interessieren.
Yeah, very interesting. And the first topic is body. The second topic, or concept, or as you like to say, is movement. And the third topic, or word, or concept that we work in, is camera.
Ja. Also das erste Thema ist Liebe. Das zweite Konzept oder Thema ist Schmerz. Und das dritte Thema sind unechte Gefühle.
And the next part, we were talking about the fourth. The fifth part of the performance is we're going to mixture everything together. Ah no, sorry, this is the fifth. Yeah, the fifth part, we're going to mix everything. That the sun, the Mother's Day, the iron, the teachers, the movement, the techniques, the Tai Chi, the Taekwondo, Aikido, Yoga, everything together in the same movements, in the same performance.
Ja, also im 5. Teil gibt es dann eine chronologische Abfolge von dem, was wir schon gezeigt haben. Also dann nochmal eine chronologische Abfolge von dem.
And well, the sixth part after that, this crazy part, you know, then we mixture everything, is more quiet, is more related with our topics, and is also as a private moment. Becomes more like close. No? Yes, yes. And I must to say, after that, the most important thing is the seventh part. It's like to close the performance, and in that part, it's important that you don't reflect so much about. It's like, please don't feel guilty if you don't understand what you sing. Okay, this is the most important thing. The second is if you don't understand it, if you don't like it, is that don't worry. Okay, because the most important thing is like it's not important the relationship between Lily and me. The most important thing in this performance is the relationship between you and us.
If you weren't so stupid, I could have loved you. If you weren't so stupid, I could have loved you. If you weren't so pretty, I could have loved you. If you weren't so pretty, I could have loved you. If you weren't so ugly, I could have loved you. If you weren't so ugly, I could have loved you. If you weren't so fancy, I could have loved you. If you weren't so fancy, I could have loved you. If you weren't so frustrated, I could have loved you. If you weren't so frustrated, I could have loved you. If you weren't so cute, I could have loved you. If you weren't so cute, I could have loved you. If you weren't so zany, I could have loved you. If you weren't so zany, I could have loved you. If you weren't so trained, I could have loved you. If you weren't so trained, I could have loved you. If you weren't so smart, I could have loved you. If you weren't so smart, I could have loved you. If you weren't so sexy, I could have loved you. If you weren't so sexy, I could have loved you. If you weren't so clever, I could have loved you. If you weren't so clever, I could have loved you. If you weren't so boring, I could have loved you. If you weren't so boring, I could have loved you. If you weren't so pure, I could have loved you. If you weren't so pure, I could have loved you. If you weren't so pretty, I could have danced here. If you weren't so pretty, I could have danced here. If you weren't so clever, I could have danced here. If you weren't so clever, I could have danced here. If you weren't so smart, I could have loved you. If you weren't so smart, I could have loved you. If you weren't so fancy, I could have studied here. If you weren't so fancy, I could have studied here.
you.
E eu sei de tudo na ferida viva do meu coração. Já faz tempo eu vi você na rua, cabelo ao vento, gente jovem reunida na parede da memória. Essa lembrança é o fato que dói mais. Minha dor é perceber que apesar de termos feito tudo o que fizemos, nós ainda somos os mesmos e vivemos como os nossos pais. Nossos ídolos ainda são os mesmos e as aparências não enganam, não. Você diz que depois deles não apareceu mais ninguém. Você pode até dizer que eu tô por fora, ou então que eu tô inventando, mas é você que ama o passado e que não vê. É você que ama o passado e que não vê que o novo sempre vem. E hoje eu sei que quem me deu a ideia de uma nova consciência e juventude tá em casa, guardado por Deus, contando vil metal. Minha dor é perceber que apesar de termos feito tudo que fizemos, ainda somos os mesmos e vivemos. Nós ainda somos os mesmos e vivemos. Ainda somos os mesmos e vivemos como os nossos pais.